Welcome everyone, just a fantastic song. I've been listening to Pump lately and I always liked this song and wanted to figure out what Brad was doing in this. So here we are, we're in standard tuning. I wrote out my notes. That should really help you. So my tab is available on a link below the video. Click on that, you can download it. Thank you again for letting the ads roll. I make a little cash with that, and it does help. So thank you. And we'll get into the lesson. Okay, for this, Brad's really using variations of palm muting to get a great effect. And the way it starts out, it's based in F sharp. So we're going to start out hammering on the open 6th string to the 2nd fret. Then we'll come to the 4th fret of the 5th, then 4th string. Then again, we're palm muted, pretty heavy, I guess we should say. Then we're going to hit 2 on the 5th and 4th. So actually moving to an E dyad. Alright, so we have this. Now, during the intro, the first 2 times he goes through this, you'll hear an extra note. When the verse comes in, he doesn't do the extra note. So the extra note's just another hit on the 2nd fret, because we just played the 2nd fret on the 5th and 4th, just hit the 2nd fret on the 4th string. So we have this. And then move that whole pattern, including the open E. We're going to hammer on to 7 now, and then go to 9. Alright, so 9 to 7, and then 1 extra hit. Now he'll come back up, we'll call this the E lick. We'll do the E lick again with the extra lick. Then we'll come to the B. I'll call this the 2nd B lick. We're just going to hammer into 7 and hit 7 on the 5th and 4th to, 9 and then 7 on the 5th and 4th. So again, pay attention to the timing. It's just a slight pause before you come back. So again, it's really something you've got to take slow and build up. That's what I did. One other thing I'll talk about, the intro fades in. So you don't hear much of the first half of the measure. He really comes in with, and then you're into the 2nd measure, the intro. Unless you're watching it live or trying to play along with it live, which sometimes it's tuned down, sometimes it's not, depending on what you find out there. But again, that's the intro. And it's important because the intro gets reprised after the first chorus. So we do it again, and then we have verse 2. Alright, so the verse is the exact same lick without the extra note. Alright, he'll do that a total of 4 measures, so 4 times through it. Then we're into the chorus. The chorus is B power chord. You can add the 4th fret of the 4th string and then to an E. So it'll be 3 hits on the F sharp, 4 hits on the F sharp to an E. Alright, and you'll do that 4 times. Alright, you get the idea. 2 more times through. Then we reprise the intro. So the intro, like I said, will do the extra note for the first 2 measures. Alright, then verse 2 is a little different than verse 1, just in the fact that what they do is 2 measures of the E and B lick, and then E back to the B2 lick. it's basically like verse 1, but only 2 times through. And then he goes to an F sharp and holds that. All right, and it's a 4 count, down, up, down, and down, up, down, up, down. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and all right, he'll do that if you count them a total of let's see, 4, 8, 16 times, and then you'll hear the drum come in and they do. All right, and then again the chorus will go just like normal 4 times through. And then we're into the bridge. The bridge is a little bit different. It's the same lick, but we're moving it to an A, to B, and then A to E. So I'm calling this a bridge because this is the only time it goes down with the A root. Okay, we're going to do 3 measures, full measures of the both licks. So let me take you through one. There's no extra note here. All right, so we go through that. That's one. We go through it 3 full times. On the 4th time, what he does is go through it twice. So from the actual first, we'll call it the B lick, even though now it's an E lick. And then they go to a C sharp power chord and just hit on that for a half measure. All right, then they go into, it's the chorus, but it actually, chorus rhythm, or let's say, it's the chorus, yeah, rhythm, but it's actually where they take the first lead break. So there's no chorus singing, it's just the actual lead break. All right, so that last measure of the bridge, so you can see how they come into the C sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you'll hear the, that's where the lead break comes in. All right, so we go through just like the chorus 4 times with the F sharp. Okay, so the next part of the lead break, we're going to go into what's basically the verse lick. We're not going to do the extra note through the E and B, the E lick, and then back to the B second lick. All right, what we're going to do is the second and third measure of doing that. After that second B lick, we're going to go into a G. All right, I think it's a 6 count, maybe an 8 count, or no, it's an 8 count. Then we go back into the lick. Once we finish B2, we do a G again, another 8 count, another lick E, B1, E, B2, and then we go into a G, and then to a C sharp power chords. All right, so let's just do the final lick of that lead break. Then we're into verse 3. Now, verse 3 is 4 measures of the licks we know. And then we go into the chorus rhythm again, but this is lead break 2, so they don't sing the chorus. This second lead break is shorter. We're going to go into the verse rhythm with the E lick, the B lick 1, E lick, and then B lick 2. We'll do that twice before we're to the outro rhythm. And the outro rhythm is really cool. It definitely surprised me. It has a real Zeppelin feel to it. It's real cool. Now, the other thing, we'll go over the leads next. So I'm going to do this lead break 2 rhythm just so you can see it all the way through. And then we'll go over the outro rhythm. Alright, that is lead break 2, and then he starts the outro rhythm, which I think Joe Perry's playing along and just doing. So he's hammering in the E, playing the chords, F sharp to E, and then he's, instead of going up to this B and then the B to A, he's just doing it here on the 4th and 3rd string. So he's hammering an A to B. So it gets real noisy at this part. And I almost thought that was the rhythm, but you know, I was go through these, and the live video didn't help me a whole lot because that's what Joe's doing live. But Brad's solos. So in the studio, I heard, you know, it was like somebody's doing something different. What is it? All right, so the outro rhythm will sound like this. Okay, there's more to it, but I just stopped there because it just repeats. So let's go through the first measure of it. The basis of it is we're going to hammer in from the open E to the 2nd fret. All right, hit it again. Then you're going to strike, again, you don't want it to ring. You're going to strike the 4th string on the 2nd fret 4 times. Alright, we're going to do the hammer and hit again on the E string. Then we go down to the 1st fret of the 4th string. Same hammer. Now we do open. The first time through, we come back to the hammer on, and we're going to hit it real quick as we hammer in, and then open to 2. So then we start again till we get to the open 4th string. Then we do this lick. He kind of follows the bass with this. We'll be on the 4th fret of the 4th string, pulled off to 2. This is going right down the F sharp scale, if you will, a little bit hybrid, pentatonic. So on the 5th string, 4, 3, 2, and then the 6th string, 5 to 2. And then we cycle through it just like we've done. All right, now the 3rd measure. A little bit different. Of course, I got to change it up. We're shortening it up. We're just going to do the 2nd half. So when we get to the 0, we'll do that lick again. From there on, we don't do the lick anymore. We're going to go out just repeating with the E hammered in. Alright, so that'll go through, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And on the 4th time, they're going to stop on the 1. Medicine Man. So that's where it stops. Again, I've written this out so you can kind of follow along. It'll definitely help. Okay, for the lead break 1, this is what we do. Alright, what he's doing is he's hybrid picking the open E string and picking the 4th fret of the 3rd string at the same time while pushing up that 3rd string. There's a slight fade in, but I think it's just done on the record. It doesn't sound like a volume of swell, which comes in the 2nd time, I believe, is volume swell. So anyhow, just start out picking the 4 and the 3rd string and open 2 with the bend on that 3rd. Then we're going to quickly go to the 4th string 2nd, hammered into 4, then to the 3rd string, 2 hammered into 4, bent, and then released. Then we're going to take 4 again, bend it up, go to, it's on the 3rd string, we'll go to the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, to the 2nd fret of the 1st. Then we come back to the 2nd string, 5 pulled off to 2. Then we come back to the 3rd string, 5 pulled off to 4 to 2. Landing on the 4th string at 4, then lay your finger down on the 3rd string and catch the 4th fret there, back to 4 on the 4th string. Then we come to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string and back to 4 on the 4th twice with vibrato at the end. Alright, so that last little kind of Chuck Berry lick. The second measure of this, which really kind of ends it, and again, he might jam a little bit more, but again, this mix is hard to pull out. And, you know, it's kind of fun to do your own licks after kind of playing these essential ones. But you'll hear this. He's going to slide in on the 3rd string to 16. Alright, so we slide in 3rd string to 16, then we grab the 2nd string, 14, 16, 17. Then we hit 17 again with a bend up and vibrato. Then we hit 17 unbent, 17 bent again with a little vibrato. Then we're going to grab the 3rd string at 16 with a bend and then hit 17. Then hit 17 again on that 2nd string and vibrato as it's bent. Then we finish up on 16 on the 3rd with a slow bend and release. So lead break 2, I don't hear a real whole lot other than notes held. We're going to start out this time on the 2nd string on this E note, alright, and we're going to bend up the 4th with it and then bring up our volume. So you hit it with the volume down bend and then bring up the volume as you're bending. Alright, so he does the 2 volume swells and then he does 1 without a volume swell. Then he slides up, we're going to hit 16 on the 3rd string with a bend and hold that. Then you'll hear 2 pull-offs from 16 to 14, landing on 14 on the 4th, and just hold that note. And that's it. So I really hope this helps everybody. Just a fantastic phrasing and workout. Take it slow. If I can play it, you can. Enjoy.